What is up, everybody? Welcome to Dyersburg, Tennessee, Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park. As you can see behind us, we have all sorts of options tomorrow. And it's going to be a very long course.
And today.
It'll be a very long course. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have somebody sitting on the starting line. They're getting ready to kick off.
Should be Dan Carter, I believe. You guys are watching the RCV Performance SRRS number 3. We are, of course, at Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park. This weekend brought to us by Spider Off-Road. And we are about to kick off the Rocklife Offroad UTV stock class with Dan Carter fittings as a Rocklife driver.
Yes.
I can't actually see the starting line, but
yes,
it should be Dan, according to my list that is never, ever wrong.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Our documentation is always on perfect.
Sarah, yes, I love that. Did anyone else get the chills with the opening music?
It is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I got my first set today. I just got two enough. I recommend them. These things are huge. Good coverage. Go down there to Rocklife for all your Rocklife needs.
All right, looks like we are moving the excavator to make sure that it is in optimal position for any recoveries that are needed. There it goes. Shout out to Bob and Pam for all of their hard work, always getting Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park ready to host our events, and Bob out there doing any and every last-minute adjustments that are needed on the course and helping with recovery. And it's always a good time to come to Bikini Bottoms because
it is.
This park is so spectator-friendly. We've got an awesome area over here, everyone out with their tents and their chairs ready to enjoy some racing. And it's great because they can see everything and it's safe. It's it's across the bowl from all the racing.
And that's kind of what I tell people. Dyersburg is kind of like a bowl or like some kind of auditorium, like an outside auditorium. Every seat in the house is a great seat, no matter where you're out in the hill.
Yep.
So
and of course, Bikini Bottoms is home to the semi-legendary Fable Hill.
Yes.
Second only to the actual legendary Cable Hill.
Which you've played on before.
I have. I got a love-hate relationship with Cable Hill, but it's a fun time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Who's on the line?
Dan Carter.
I don't know why that sounded like Nick Holt. That is what I heard in the radio. Not to be confused with Matt's alter ego.
Yes.
Natty Jolt.
Or Nick Mott.
Look at that service, Matt.
Hey, I'll show you plenty of love.
All right. If you guys are just joining us, this is the Rocklife Offroad UTV stock class. Dan Carter, first driver of the day out on the course here for the RCV Performance SRRS number 3, presented by Spider Off-Road in lovely Dyersburg, Tennessee, Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park. Matt is looking swanky now with some pit vipers.
Again, Dan Carter kind of ripping through the track here. We have several uphills and downhill sections we'll be going through today. Being the first guy on the course is always a little bit interesting because you don't know how necessarily hard you can push some of the jumps or how easy to take some of the jumps. So you're kind of the guinea pig of the group. So it's always a lot of fun to watch guys. The first guy to go, I tell people it's kind of like when you were a kid, getting all the kids on the bicycle and building the ramp, and the first guy to hit it always had the most bravery, in my opinion, the most courage.
You know what's funny to watch right now, though, is Adam and Clint and Timmy all out on the course, anxiously keeping an eye on Dan to see how this course goes here. They are standing out in the kudzu.
Yeah, clearly monitoring everything.
All right, is Dan...
What's up, Tim Bacon? Part of the Bacon family tuning in. John Campbell, another one of our Southern Rock Racing Series drivers.
Ooh, that was a hard hit.
Fortunately, that's what that's called. Here it comes.
All right, and we do have a new ending. Right there, a little launch.
Not bad.
Into the finish line.
I was worried about that jump.
All right, that's a 107.547.
107.547.
There we go.
for Dan Carter. What's up, Sean Keller, Savannah, Carriana? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Jackie.
Cheryl, you ready?
All right, Brandon Davis is on the line now.
They say clock's hot. Let's send him.
Here we go.
Settle down, Brandon. Settle down.
Jackie, I asked Cash what number of Dr. Pepper he was on because I don't think I've ever seen him walking around without a can in his hand, and he
Sure.
said number 4. I was like, child, you got to slow your roll. He said he's going to do it as long as he can
Yeah, yeah.
before the diabetes sets
Yes.
in.
Before the diabetes sets in. Yeah, it's true.
This is Brandon Davis.
Running a full body. He's him and Paul Wolf are definitely putting it to it in that full body.
Expanding that Can-Am
They
Mafia
are.
this season.
Not too shabby. You can just
So we've had a couple people on here mention, I think Trey Moore was one of them, and he said, so I heard Superman is in the house. And the answer is yes. Yes, Wes Keene is in the building. And tomorrow you will get the treat of watching him and his big bouncer tackle this monster course. He came out of Indian Mountain, I guess, last weekend, did a little pre-running and a
I
side-by-side.
didn't know he was racing tomorrow.
Do what?
I didn't know he was racing tomorrow.
Big Buggy's up in the parking lot,
Awesome.
and he said, I'm here to play. He said, I'm here to have a good time.
That is like the coolest thing to see all weekend. Just seeing him here.
Yes, yes.
And he's got his son with him. Wife. All right, Brandon.
Aired it out.
You know, that's a good launch there, but it's such an easy landing.
It is.
Soft.
That's a 87.009. 87.009.
87.009 for Brandon.
All right.
So we've got 7 drivers total in the stock class. We got a pretty good lineup in all classes this weekend. Brandon now with the 87, the time to beat, of course. Wade Good is on the line.
All right, we got a good dude right here. We got Wade Good on the line. He's fast, driving that stock Can-Am.
I know a lot of the drivers and their families were at Wade's wedding last weekend.
They were.
Congrats again to Wade Mahaley.
I told him we were cheering him on in spirit. He said, I know. I heard you just talking. I said, well, half the drivers were there.
Like, you're not supposed to be watching
Yes.
the live feed when you're about to get married.
Yes. And I know him. He's probably like all those groomsmen in the back room, like having it. They probably poured it to a TV. And that car is moving right now.
This is a really good jump. If y'all can't see it, y'all need to move around and watch. Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody that's tuning in online, how's the live feed looking on y'all's end? Does it look and sound all right? Shout out to Brian On again with Sky City Media and Design, our drone pilot yet again this weekend, for bringing us an awesome shot there. And all the awesome drone shots that we get to see this weekend.
Here we go, here we go.
He was out the top we go. See what kind of time we got.
Ooh. 76.291.
Woo! That is smoking. Smoking.
Did you see what Sean said about your glasses?
I did. Makes him feel like going 100 miles an hour. Woo! Maybe to make the buggy go
I
faster
don't know
tomorrow.
if I could pull off Pit Viper.
You know, I have a couple buddies who have repped them for years.
I'm an aviator person.
I'm more of an Oakley, like the Pro M's with a heater style lens. But they're at home, so I was like, I need some glasses.
All right, this is Cody Kaysen. New to the fun with us this weekend. Glad to see him out here.
Yeah, Brian, Zach ran down. I got some from Brian Dunnigan at the Rocklife group, and I said I need a pair. So when I saw him post up, I was like, bro, I need a pair.
And they had teal.
And they did. I said teal or light blue. It kind of fades, you know. That's why I like the teal. It's like half green, half blue. Pit Viper makes a set of teal shades, which are pretty sweet. I know a lot of the Big Hill Media guys rep them. Their crew, if you watch Big Hill Media at all, they're always repping some Pit Vipers. So huge shout out to Brian Dunnigan and the whole crew over at the Rocklife group. I know Dan Carter's helps take advantage of their parts capability frequently.
All right, glad to hear the live feed is looking good for you guys.
Please get your butt ready. We'll send you out this line pretty soon. DC Thompson, Gary is looking for you.
Again, we thought it'd be a little bit cooler today. It's actually pretty warm right now. However, they're saying tonight it's going to start raining and be kind of cool tomorrow. How much rain we get will be determined.
I'll believe it when I feel it.
We'd like a little rain, knock the dust down, but I think we're going to get quite a bit of rain. Woo!
Nice.
Out the top.
.095. That was Cody Kaysen. I saw him out here pre-running a little bit earlier, and he definitely had a real smooth run there just now.
Yeah, I say pre-running definitely can help. The only downside is you can tear your buggy up if you're pre-running. We saw 4 or 5 buggies over here in the staging area getting worked on.
Paul Can-Am being one of them. I believe I heard they were welding on it.
Yes.
During the driver's meeting.
Yes.
This is Paul Wolf out there now. Not sure what happened to it during pre-running, but glad to see that everything is back in order.
He broke something, and I knew they were looking for a welder at one point. Anytime you're looking for a welder, that's never a good sign. And what's funny is Paul Wolf needed a welder. He normally carries a welder on his bus, but he didn't bring his bus this weekend because he has a massive Miller welder in the back of it that runs the bus and obviously can run generators for parts. And I've used it several times, even at this park. So huge shout out to Paul Wolf for bringing a welder with him normally. Unfortunately, he didn't bring his bus this time, so he flagged one down, was able to get it going again, and obviously going to set a quick time here. Yeah. Next time he'll make sure to drive the bus. Again, that Can-Am buggy is just flying through there. Again, that's a great shot. You can kind of see the crowd behind him.
This park is so quintessential Tennessee with the kudzu and the hills, and it's fun to have these nice long courses.
Woo! I love that.
80.095 for Paul. Oh, and Trey says that Paul won't be racing half-ton tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately.
Oh, I would say I know they had broken some stuff at Rush Springs.
That's
so
right.
Looks like they're not going to be able to. I'm sure they weren't going to be able to get the parts back together. So.
Okay, that was it for stock class then. Clint Garrison not racing stock this week, so I guess we are moving on.
You want on the top 3, top 5, I guess?
Sure.
Run through. Sitting first right now with a smoking time was Wade Good. Second, right behind him, Paul Wolf. Third, Brandon Davis. Fourth, Cody Kaysen. And fifth is Dan Carter. Again, Dan Carter also went first, so Dan was kind of the guinea pig of adjusting how fast he hit those jumps.
Yep.
Again, it looks like everybody had a good time even through our jump there. And the best part was when Paul flew through it, they actually had a drone following him as he's leaping. I'm like, that is such an amazing shot to look through. It's pretty good stuff.
All right, we are going to move into the RCV Axle UTV Cup Series. I think we've got about 14 drivers in this class, give or take a few. Let's see, he is not here, so I think that means Brandon Davis will be starting us off. We have a couple new names in this class as well.
He actually running the same buggy in both classes today, so that's pretty cool. Trying to be like Paul Wolf.
All right, Matt, do you know if they're running the same exact
I
course?
believe so, with the exception of the Unlimited is going to go straight instead of making the loop, is what I heard. But that may have been by that time we were about 4 or 5 courses deep, so I don't quote me on that. That might have been the Bounty
When
Series
Clyde's
tomorrow.
like, you're going to go over here,
Yes.
you're going to go around that flag, you're going to turn left, and you go up the hill, and then you're going to turn right at the other flag. Everybody got it?
Yeah. By that time, I'm like, what's the first turn again? I'm like, I'll just follow the tracks. I'm not first today. I'll just follow the tracks. And hope they didn't go off course.
Thank goodness for pre-running.
Yes. And again, you see a lot of side-by-side guys pre-run. Bouncers, not as much. There are a few guys that get out and pre-run a little bit.
Let's see what Brandon's got. Let's go, Brandon Davis.
All right, Brandon still in the full body. Running back-to-back classes today.
Sound like his brakes are swinging a little bit. He probably needs to grease them.
Making good time. Again, Brandon's racing that full body. Okay, so they are going to run
Where the course is different.
Yes, there is a little different there. They're going to go straight out there, hook back around, come back in, come down to that concrete section, which is super rough, and now they're going to take the woods course.
You want to come up? You want to come up? Come on. All right, we got Paul Wolf joining us up here at the trailer. Let's watch Brandon finish out his run here.
Oh man, yeah, that would have been awesome, Sarah, to see the lunch money out here ripping.
That's a 96.890.
All right, 96.890 for Brandon, starting off the RCV Axle Unlimited class, back-to-back in the full body there.
Talk about it.
Them full bodies are getting faster.
They are. There's only 3 or 4 guys running the full body currently in the Unlimited class.
Yeah, it's coming around. I think it'll come with some more time. The cars are getting a lot better. My car's normally pretty tough. Had a few issues today. I wrecked it in pre-running.
Yeah.
So,
what were you fixing? I said we were.
Apparently, none of us saw what happened. So.
I was fixing the steering rack. I actually hit real hard on the front tire and broke the steering rack. I got hydraulic steering, so I actually broke the mounts. And so I tack welded them back in.
Right.
Took it easy on the first run, trying to keep it from coming apart again. And I'm going to push it a lot harder here in Unlimited.
All right, Wade Goo just left the line.
This ought to be a good run. Wade's in that chase for points for the championship right now, so him and Timmy are battling pretty hard.
And he was in the booth with us last week during your run, and we were teasing him, saying you were gonna beat him, and he said, you know what, I hope he does. He goes, I hope Paul has a great run. He said he's my friend. He said I really enjoy cheering him on. He helps me out a lot. So
yeah, me and Wade work together a lot, tuning suspensions and stuff, and we share a lot of pointers driving, and like he's driving like a wild man right now.
He is.
So
he is.
Hopefully he can calm down and get the car back under control. Sometimes when it's a good show for everybody, it's a slow time, so you got to kind of make them both work. So
Again, you and him are usually right around that neck and neck with points.
We are. We're battling. We normally battle out pretty good. I really wish I could race him in a single-seat chassis so we could kind of race on equal terms.
Compare apples and apples there?
Yeah.
We could probably make that happen.
Yeah.
I think we will before long, but
I don't know if you'd fit in any of the
ones
that are around here, though.
That's a pretty big problem for me. So he's pushing pretty hard right now in that car, and hopefully it'll hold out for him.
Again, with those
He barely cleared that. I think it's a nice soft ledge.
Yeah, I think that's one of them deals trying to drag the brake to keep the car on the ground. So
91.565. Again, when you're that top 3, top 5 drivers, you're pushing so hard, it's almost like you guys are your own worst enemy. And I kind of talked to Brandon Davis about this a few races ago, saying that he says, I'm my worst enemy. He said, usually I'm not worried about somebody else beating me. I'm worried about me coming down a hill and either pushing the buggy too hard, breaking something, or missing a turn or catching a tree.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the thing, you're pushing, especially when you're up there in the top of the points, you can't DNF.
No.
Or you lose the points championship. So it's that fine line of, especially if you're the first to go, it's really hard because you're setting the bar, and then guys like me and Timmy and Cash and all these other guys, we'll judge how hard we got to run. And there's Timmy right after him. So 2 fast guys back to back.
All right, Wade has the time to beat right now with that 91. What do you guys think is going to be the fastest time on this hill?
He's laying down a good run right now. Oh. That mud hole back there is getting bad.
He gets stuck in the swamp.
Yeah. So
I heard somebody else got stuck in the swamp yesterday.
It's pretty deep back there. It's going to keep getting worse. The later the runs get, the worse it's going to get for everybody. So, but he seemed like he recovered pretty good from it. So if he can just keep it going, he'll have a good time.
Is that Zach?
I think that was Zach in the background. And Timmy's putting a nice smooth run together, which that's what he's known for. So if you're racing against him, you got to put a lot of pressure on him.
Oh yeah,
to get him to make mistakes if you want to beat him. So and that's the same way. You just got to keep pressure on him. But he's looked like he's running real smooth today, for sure.
And one of the big things he's always pushed is just be super consistent. If he can be fast, yet be consistent, and let somebody else kind of like make a mistake or again, when you can see our top 3, top 5 times after each race are so close. I mean, there's times where we're 10,000th of a second difference between a position.
Yeah.
I mean, after a 2-minute time.
It's definitely, I think we're going to have a good time.
90.504.
Just enough to edge Wade out, and I really think if Wade wouldn't have made mistakes, he'd been right there with him, and that's the key. Run fast, don't make mistakes.
And on long courses like this, and you race a lot of even more like survival or like short course kind of racing, and you've done survival, and on the longer course, where if you make one mistake on a shorter course, they can add up a lot easier when you've got more ground to cover out here. Do you find that that's true?
For sure. The long courses are nice because you can make a mistake and push somewhere else to make the count offset your mistake. The short courses are terrible because you make a mistake, you're out, which is no fun. But hey, I got to go get ready for the next one.
All right.
Good luck. Who's out there on the course right now?
This is Jake Christensen Jr. and Noisy Boy.
He looks good so far, so hopefully he keeps it going.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Paul. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks. Again, he's setting a quick time.
We haven't seen Noisy Boy out in a couple races. Glad to have him back out here. All right, that's a long hill to climb.
Yes.
It's hard to quite get the perspective unless you're literally like standing out the bottom of it and looking up, but it's long and it's steep. Oh, no, Jake.
Oh.
There it is. Straighten her out.
Good job, Jake.
Getting her all straightened out.
All right, everybody. If you have just tuned in recently and you're wondering where we are and what we're doing, you are watching the RCV Performance SRRS number 3, our 9th race overall for the season. We only have one more to go after this. That is hard to believe. But
this is our last regular season race.
Right.
So
very weird. We'll be talking about finals too coming up later today. I want to make sure you guys have those details. But this weekend is presented by Spider Off-Road, and we are at Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park in Dyersburg, Tennessee. Nice, Jake.
At the
123.619 for Jake Christensen Jr. All right. I can't quite tell who this is. All right. This is Clay Kaysen. Back around. He just competed in the stock class. Never mind. This is Clay Kaysen.
Yes.
It was Cody Kaysen in the other class. I saw Kaysen and a name that started with C and ended with a Y in front of it.
Well, Justin Wills, Justin Williams, Justin Willis, and then Jesse Williams.
Yes.
Which we were all three talking about with Justin Wills last week.
We have to read carefully around here.
Yes.
So this is Clay Kaysen out here this time. Maybe we need to get Clay and Cody up here to chat with us if we can later. Now, I think he missed a turn. He did the stock class version of the course, unfortunately. I hate to see that. Always hate seeing somebody put out by something like just missing a turn.
Yeah, which I've done before. You know.
I mean, it happens, but
it's
you come and you get ready to race, and
it's you know, Timmy Cameron says there's no seat time like race seat time. So when you're in the buggy and you're focused and you got that fighter pilot mentality, you see what's in front of you, and you see all the turn, you know, all the tracks going right. You go right. You're trying to push the buggy as fast as you can. So it happens. You know, it happens.
It's okay. Hey, it's nerves. Hey, everybody does it.
as far as I know, what'd you do?
I'm good at it. I went the opposite way. I came in, took a lot, and
What's up, Ethan Martin, Travis Skelton tuning in. Some of our other side-by-side racers.
There you go. Now you do it. See? Totally redeemed yourself. Right there, buddy. Good job.
$1,300.
Wow.
Oh no!
Wow.
I don't even know if we should.
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh.
All right, here you go.
Wow. That's yeah.
Well, we'll just. I don't want you guys thinking it's something worse than it is. I guess Wade lost his wedding band.
His week-old wedding band.
He just said it came
He lost it on the track somewhere when he was slinging his steering wheel back and forth.
He needs to get one of those like silicone.
Yeah, the little rubber ones. Yeah.
Well, maybe we can get someone out here with a metal detector or something.
Poor guy.
Oh man, I hope Mahaley's not listening.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was Clay Kaysen. He did unfortunately make a wrong turn, but glad to see him out here racing with us today, and he's definitely got some seat time. Paul Wolf should be up next. He was just up here chatting with us if you missed that. What's up, Ethan?
Again, he's doing like quadruple duty this weekend.
Y'all enjoying this nice elevated
Oh man, we have Clyde set us up with this great view. We got a fan with a cool
It's really
breeze.
a veranda today. There's
It
like
is.
a 5-foot drop off in the back.
Yeah, watch that first step. It's a doozy. Uh-oh, DC.
Oh, it's DC. Okay.
DC Thompson.
You know, DC was supposed to go second after Brandon, and I bet you any money he was still working on that thing.
Yes. Or getting fuel, or, you know, maybe going to get a snacky snack. You never know with DC.
You truly never know. All right, we are almost about halfway through the RCV Axle Unlimited series. This is Hill 1, of course. If you have missed the action thus far, well, luckily for you, we still have Hill 2 and half of Hill 1.
Sarah said if they can find Paul's key at Dirty Turtle Off-Road Park, they can find Wade's ring.
Hey, that's true.
That was true. We lost Paul. He rolled
What
his,
is with these guys losing the important
rolled
things?
his side-by-side and lost his ring.
Keys and wedding rings.
Like in the creek, basically.
Like, can you, like, lose a quarter or something
Yeah,
instead?
yeah.
Why, you got to keep better track of this stuff,
Yeah.
guys.
We'll have to get him some of
It's
those, like I said, the
important.
silicone ones, the rubber ones.
Oh, my gosh. They need,
Yeah,
they need
yeah.
to put a woman in charge of those things, and then they won't get
Yeah.
lost. I better find some wood to knock on.
Yeah.
All right. Come on down, DC Thompson.
Oh, look at that! He is airing it out. Yeah. 88.978.
All right, that is our fastest time right now.
I was just thinking that's a fast time. That is our new leader.
All right, DC with an 88, then followed by Tim Cameron with a 90, and then Wade with a 91. Those are your top three right now, halfway through Hill 1.
I think now we got Paul Wolf there.
James, Cash has not run yet.
If it's better for you to not do it, then do that. Do what's best for you, because that half a second don't matter.
All right, now Paul is on the line.
You can always tell that.
This bug is trying to fight me.
Yeah?
Yeah, all up in my face.
Here we go. Again, Paul and Brandon are both running a full body. They're part of that Can-Am Mafia. Again, you're going to see the...
Does Paul still count as a full body? It's
Well,
like a...
It's a slim down full body. It's like a slim thick. Slim thick? Is that how you say that? Slim thick?
It's something like that.
About that new step around?
You know what, Clyde? We're talking here. That's not important. That's my boss asking me my opinion on the ramp for tomorrow. It's not important. We'll talk about it tomorrow. You know, it's not. Pay no. It's like the Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention to that man in the back of the room. You know what? Listen, buddy. Listen at the Ginger Real 19. Huh? Gingy at the Gingy. What?
He still can't get that, Taylor.
That was awesome. The Gingy 19. That's a great Instagram name.
Nick is asking, has Cooper Bentley run yet? He has not. And he is not on my list for Cup class.
James
I
Cantrell
think
says.
is he out?
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
That stinks. James Cantrell said it's a legit full body. It truly is. It's pretty full body. He probably those tabs he tack welded back together probably broke off. So that's my guess. He said he just tack welded them back together. So my guess is they finally let go again. And it's not like Paul's real gentle on something. Like he was sending that thing full tilt. So
James says it's legit full body. Yes, it looks like one. It's just like got the heart of a racehorse.
yeah.
Yeah, he does have some steering issues. He's definitely got some winning issues today too, because that's not going to get it done. Hey, y'all think that's bad?
It was.
Why don't you make this jump?
Now you know, Matt.
Kind of funny. It doesn't. It's usually the other way around. Oh! Come on! He tried to send it. He's like, I'm good. Kind of jittered a little bit. There we go. Come on.
He's like 10 feet away from the finish line.
Oh, come on! Literally, you can see the finish line. There's the white flag right in the center of your screen for the online viewers. Literally, he is 10 feet away from the finish line. Man, so close.
Oh,
Again.
man. Oh, look at him.
Man. There we go. Come on. There we go. That's like an Illinois thing. You're stuck in mud. You just keep rocking it back and forth, wiggling the steering wheel. Come on. There we go. Come on. Woo. There we go. 172.144. Again, not the fastest time, but still able to get a finish out of it by rocking it, pushing it, wiggling it, doing whatever you got to do. Sometimes you got to get those points.
Hey, Kaylin, yes, Jake Christensen Jr. did run. He had a 123.619. Daniel says, do y'all know if the bottom is flooded? Nowhere around here where we're racing is flooded, Daniel. As far as down by the lake, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But driving in and everything is fine.
Yep.
I did it in a Mazda sedan.
This is Tyler Heinzel taking up the line here. He's got a pretty sick-looking wrap on there. Running a tube chassis buggy. Oh, come on, land on your wheels! Yeah, way to go! I don't know if he bent. It looks like that front tire might be bending a little bit.
Hey, is anybody checking
He might have bent something on that front
Zach
wheel.
said that would buff out.
Yeah.
And I know we can always listen to Zach's advice.
Yeah.
So I think we're good.
That's Bill right there.
Oh, man.
Man, that stinks. Looks like the steering wheel's coming out.
Tyler, what is it? Is Carver ready to quit carbon? We need a tow bill? Yeah, he's right there.
I said, okay. So it looks like he tore some stuff up there. We're not sure exactly what. We'll get Bill's on the scene down there, get them all checked out. My sunglasses do look good. I'm not going to lie. You know?
All right, guys. We'll be back right after this.
Did she say Steven?
Taylor, that was your cue.
Cricket, cricket.
Oh, gosh. Matt singing. Taylor, please put a...
Affordable EFI is in sight now with Sniper EFI from Holley. Easy to install, self-tunes, and replaces most 4-barrel carbs. Forget cold start issues, hesitations, vapor lock, and flooding. Get big performance starting at just $999.95. Sniper EFI.
Eliminate burnt plug wires forever with Excel Ceramic Spark Plug Wires. High-temperature double silicone construction makes them ideal for turbocharged and supercharged engines or any car with headers. Find a set for your application today at excel-ignition.com.
What you want? What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
And we're back here at Dyersburg, Tennessee, and Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park, and we have an awesome track behind you, as you can see. I'm doing my weather hands again. Well, we're right.
I just want to say also that those commercials are pretty cool. We got some nice new ones.
do.
I like them.
And what's great is I use about half of those companies. RCV axles. We have some Holley stuff we use. So half the companies on our commercials I use, which is good because you wouldn't want to have a company that you don't use. Like, I don't know what those companies do. That's interesting, you know. So Brandick Motorsports will be their commercials.
Yes, we do tend to showcase the sponsors.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
I think that's how it usually works.
Well, I was just saying that I know that a lot of the sponsors make good product because I'm using them, and we test out the durability week after week after week, and we know they hang up, so we know they hold up. So It's kind of good to talk about them, and we appreciate them. Like I said, Brannick Motorsports, I got some Brannick parts in my cars, and I know Timmy has those super sexy, long, trailing arms that are all one chunk aluminum, which we've talked about before. And again, when they first came out, I was like, I don't know how that's going to hold up. And they're like, well, we've been running on our Ultra 4 car for about 6 years. So I was like, well, I guess if they can hang up to King of Hammers, I think we'll be fine. So, he runs them. Brannick has quite a few parts on their cars. I seen a couple guys jump in here.
All right, guys,
Ethan Martin.
But he's just got jostled up a little bit. We're going to get him checked out by somebody.
There's not any racing on Sunday. Saturday, we typically do the stock and the unlimited class for the side-by-sides, which is a cup series for both of those. And then on Saturday, we do the bounty series and the big rock bouncers. So we do that on Saturday, and that's with the big bouncers and the radical little side-by-sides get out and trash. And then most of us are driving home on Sunday. So,
all right, I do. I don't know if they can see behind us, but a little update for Tyler. He had a hard roll there. If you missed it, he endoed completely, and they're going to go get him checked out just to make sure. I mean, he's good. Garion said he's good, but they want to just be extra safe and
get him all checked
have him
out.
Checked out by the EMTs that are here and make sure everything is good.
There we go. You can see him get pulled out.
That was a hard landing.
That was a very hard landing. Again, from our angle, you couldn't quite see it. He ended up endoing into the second jump coming off, and that was pretty violent. Keith Toolman pulling him out. Again, Keith is really good friends with the Bacons. A lot of them come out and watch our races here right now because they're all in the process of rebuilding chassis or building chassis. I know they've, Little Tim, I talked to him a little bit, and he's talking about he's got some secret stuff in the works. Bubba is so busy with his new company and work and children and making adjustments to his chassis, and then Big Tim's going to redo some stuff. So they're all in kind of a rebuilding phase. So I think they're going to have some cool stuff coming out next year. But they still come out, watch us, hang out, cheer us on. Sometimes feed us, if we're close enough to their camp.
If you guys haven't figured out yet, Matt's like a stray dog.
It is.
If you ever feed him, he won't forget it.
It won't.
And he'll keep coming back.
Yes. And they usually have a lot of really good food. If you've ever seen the Bacons, they're all very well-rounded people. They know what's going on, okay? They feel it. We've had some good times with the Bacon. One night we went to a supermarket to get eggs so that one of them could crush an egg with her elbow. It was a good night. I'm not going to say it was a good night. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Austin, there is no racing on Sunday. We only do Fridays and Saturdays. Did you?
Just while you had your headset off.
Oh, you gotta quit doing that to me, Matt.
It's great. It's great.
Apparently, every time I take my headset off, Matt answers questions.
I feel like
don't know.
I feel like you right now, and it makes me feel so good.
We're laughing because usually I'm the one telling him, Matt, I already answered that question.
Okay, on to the next racer. Colton.
I call it.
No, this is
Okay.
the Kovac racing in general. This is actually my favorite of the two brothers, Justin.
All right. All right. Justin Hoback racing for Christy Hutchins.
Right here. Looking good.
Yet again.
Really check these straps. Looking good. He got his
Justin is one of our. Well, he's a driver, but he also volunteers his time to come and help at the races with recovery and starting line and just whatever needs being done.
And fire crew and rescue recovery crew and a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so huge thanks to him, to Colton Hoback, and to, as always, Bill and everybody else that comes out and puts in the time and energy.
Yes.
The blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes.
To
Putting
help
up the
us
flags.
make these events possible.
Taking down the flags.
Let's not talk about the flags.
Putting up the starting gate.
Our
Taking
beautiful
out the starting
sponsor,
gate.
flags. We love them. They're so nice.
Setting up the satellite dish. Taking down the satellite dish. It's like moving bricks from one side of the yard to the other, and then you get done, they're like, hey, you know what? We like them on the other side. Can you just move them back?
It's a little bit like that.
It is. But
there's some new things in the works.
It is. It makes it worth it, though. We got to see a cool live show. We have a great track. And I like the flags because they help tell you, hey, go this way. Or tape is my big thing. Like, I won't build the tape off the entire course. Like, if you could just get like 1,000 rolls of tape for every race we go to, that'd be great. Like, just put up a wall around the entire course. Yeah. The problem is, we have 2 or 3 turns sometimes, so I'd be taking the wrong turn even if we had that much tape. I'd be like, Matt had a great time. He did the course backwards this year, but, he had a great time.
Well, Matt, you're coming off of a pretty good weekend in Rush Springs.
I did. I had a great weekend.
2 weeks ago.
8th overall, which I was super geeked about, which puts me 14th for the season.
So basically, I'm expecting you to be on the podium this weekend.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt my feelings.
I want nothing short of third place at least.
You know what? This is a horsepower course. Lots of horsepower is needed here. So...
But you can make up for that with heart and skill, Matt.
Yes, I promise you. Whoa, there we go.
There's Justin out the finish line. 107.122. Yeah, if this was like a Disney movie or, one of those underdog sports movies, Matt,
I appreciate
it wouldn't matter how much horsepower you had.
It's
All
true.
it would matter is
how
much heart you had.
Just look at Rudy. He was a little guy.
Rudy.
Little guy.
Matt, you're Maddie.
Yeah, I like it. Yes. There's Zach with his
I'm
Pit
sure
Vipers.
Zach would love that.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron Bentley.
Here we go.
Cooper Bentley is on the line.
I think it's Aaron.
It says Aaron on the list.
I think that's Cooper Bentley's little brother, right?
I don't know why it says that on the list. I know he broke something during pre-running, not sure what, but him and his dad were looking for some kind of part.
Got it back together.
Yeah, glad to see him out there. Oh, taking a little bit of a wide turn through the kudzu.
Okay, there we go. In my notes, I put Aaron, parentheses, Cooper Bentley. I'm assuming they're related since they have they share the same last name.
Has his brother raced before?
I don't know. Has Aaron ever raced before?
I think that's Cooper Bentley.
Cooper Bentley? Has Aaron ever raced before? Has Aaron ever raced before? Okay. Cool.
I'm sure somebody out there will tell us.
Maybe it's just a typo. Yeah, it could be just a typo.
Yeah, because sometimes Cooper gets auto-corrected to Aaron.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Yeah, solid.
At any rate.
It must be an Android. I love it.
You hush.
Yes. My iPhone's been correcting Jeep to Keep lately. So I'm like, my Keep Cherokee. I hate it. It's so annoying. Please fix it, iPhone.
All right, Cooper's bringing some of the kudzu down the hill with him. It's not slowing him down, though.
There we go.
$102.915.
All right.
For Cooper.
102.915. Cooper Bentley.
Our top 3 is holding strong right now.
Matt, why don't you give us a rundown?
I would love to. All right, so this is your top 3 currently as we're sitting. DC Thompson set a smoking time, 88.978 seconds. Right behind him, Tim Cameron with a 90 and Wade Good with a 91. So, again, those are
Did you say Tim Cooper?
Do what?
Did you just say Tim Cooper?
No, Tim Cameron.
Oh, I don't know. Apparently a Cooper's on the brain now.
We have, like, radios for several other people.
That was loud.
Yeah, we have, like, all the radio traffic is happening in our ears while we're talking.
There's a discussion between Gary and Clyde happening right now.
And Zach. And Zach's hopping in there, giving chime. So we're like trying to listen to what they're saying, respond to their jokes, and type at the same time. So, and respond to live feed comments.
All right, Brady McCreath is on the line.
All right, here we go.
Brady, one of our younger drivers, joining the fun, joining the family this season. He's been out here a couple times with us.
So it's great to see younger drivers hop in and get their feet wet. Again, the Cup Series Unlimited is a great way to hop in that. That's the deep end, pretty much. That's pretty gnarly, hardcore racing against. And anytime you're racing against guys like Paul, DC, Brandon Davis, Wade Good, those guys are all going to come out and be fierce competitors.
You know, the nice thing about a course like this, though, is there's nothing really too extreme.
Really, there isn't.
I mean, you don't have to, if you're starting out and you're not ready to push things to that limit yet, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yep.
And you can just drive the course and get the seat time, and you don't have to really worry about anything too crazy, too violent out here. It's just a nice course with a lot of different. I mean, there's some jumps, the uphills. Yeah. The concrete section, it's completely covered in vegetation still right now, but there's a little bit of little to keep it interesting out here.
Yeah.
But nothing too.
Oh! Getting squirrely.
No. Right as I say that.
Yeah, he's getting.
Where is he?
I think he was going fast and caught the edge of the kudzu a little bit. He got a little top of it there, I think.
So, for people watching online, those of you that don't live in southern states, do you know what kudzu is? Is that, I mean, how widespread is kudzu?
I've never heard of it.
I'm born and raised in Tennessee, so everyone knows what kudzu is.
I didn't know what it was until I raced here the first year. I was like, somebody's like, that's kudzu. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yes, well, it's this green stuff that's everywhere, and one little leaf will take over an entire hillside.
Yes.
It spreads like wildfire.
It's like grass, but it's like a vine also. Mm. And one year we were leaving. It was like it was Saturday night, like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was driving my bouncer back up to the trailer, and I saw the whole mountainside with some weird lights, and it was incredible. Very, very creepy and awesome looking. Made quick work of that downhill section there.
Good job, Brady. Come on.
Come and hit that jump.
Oh! Woo! With some good air.
Jumping up.
He might have gotten more than he bargained for there.
.499. Yes. I think he's Cash LaCroix on the line. He goes, I think he's 6. Actually, I think he's 11 right now. He's been having a pretty rough luck last couple races.
All that Dr. Pepper is going to stunt his growth, though. We need to find a way to slow him down.
Yeah, he's a bit of a little guy, but it's kind of cool. I always tell him his side-by-side weighs less just because he weighs 50 pounds versus some of our drivers are closer to the 200 range.
Closer to?
Okay. I was trying to be generous. We have some guys that are 250, maybe 250 plus, They're a very well-rounded driver.
Cash, are you ready? Sing it.
I try to eat healthy,
Do you? Are you sure?
No, I don't. I'm just kidding. I'm all about the snacky snacks. There we go. Come on.
Matt is fueled by Mountain Dew, Red Bull.
Yes, all of them.
Various forms of sugar and Chick-fil-A.
Man, look at that mud hole splash in there.
Honestly, the swamp is not as bad as I thought that it might be, considering that it rained yesterday. Now, it is supposed to rain some more tonight.
Yeah.
So, who knows what it'll look like tomorrow. Cash is getting it.
He is flying. He has that buggy pinned. He ain't wasting no time. We'll see what he does downhill. Again, taking his time. Going up that in the big bouncer last year, he rolled over. So, we'll see how he does this weekend on the big bouncers. Again, taking his time, being cautious.
And Cash has had a rough couple of weeks lately.
He has.
A lot of carnage.
Blew the motor up in his side-by-side. They're
this one, right?
Yeah, this one. His Prevo bus, their Prevo bus, the generator went bad in. At like 10 o'clock at night. We were all hanging out and it just started going bad. Then last weekend he rolled the big bouncer. Tore a bunch of stuff up in it.
The whole front end on the big bouncer.
So he's had a rough couple weeks. John's pocketbook.
Woo!
Whoa.
88.778. Cash just put down the fastest time right now.
That is your new leader there. Smoking time.
That means he pushed DC with an 88.9 down to second place, and then Tim Cameron with a 90 down to third.
Wow. 0.2 of a second. Again, we talked about, that very fine line between that ragged edge of being competitive versus being in that top 3, top 5.
Well, and remember when Wade was going, Paul was up here and noted, man, he's driving like a wild man. He had a good time with the 91. But Cash also driving like a little bit of a wild man. You know, he was getting after it on the corners and up the hill. But that difference, just a couple seconds, you know, of being able to keep it a little smoother.
Keep some momentum going maybe through the corners. Adam Kuntz, Mr. Shake and Bake himself. He said he's 1 in 14 of completing courses at this park.
Oh.
So, yeah, he said he's 1 in 14.
That's tough.
Yeah,
odds right there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, he might be 1 in 15.
Yeah, he said completing. He said completing courses is 1 in 14 up until today.
Uh-oh.
But he felt like it was going to be a good day. He had a great attitude. He was very encouraged this morning at the drivers' meeting.
We hope you can turn that around, but it is not looking good for the home team.
Uh-oh.
Did you forget to put gas in it again?
Really? Man, that is kind of a bit of a drop-off there. They're saying that's where Paul broke out earlier doing pre-running, but, man, that stinks.
Okay, he's going to get out.
I also heard that Adam got stuck in the swamp yesterday.
Oh, man.
Taylor, what was he driving?
Hi, Adam. Is the car ready to quit carving?
His little Ranger or something?
Just pre-running?
No.
Uh-oh, his motor come on front.
Unfortunate
That stinks.
weekend so far for Adam.
And again, as long as he can get that started without having any outside assistance, he could still complete the run. But what's up, Shelby St. Clair? Kyle Hankins, yes, Wes Keene is here, and he will be racing tomorrow. What's up, Emily? We have quite a few racers here, but I think Wes Keene is definitely going to be the crowd favorite tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. He don't even have to race.
Again, and I was doing a little talking with him and some other people. They're like, he's not even quite done healing yet. He still has some sores that have to heal up. There's some stuff, being out too much. And I was like, that's crazy that like 5-6 months ago was his accident. Now he's already back racing again. Like, that's incredible.
Trey called it when he said Superman.
Yeah. So, we're so glad to see him out here. What?
What did you just do? All right, Cash just totally underestimated the size of the jump necessary to get up on the trailer here.
So, hey, what'd you break last weekend in your big buggy? We saw you roll over in that. I heard like all kinds of different stuff you broke. What'd you break?
The top. So when I flipped it, pretty much.
Is his mic on, Taylor? All right, hang on, Cash.
All right.
There it is.
So whenever I flipped, like it stuffed that front right tire in the dirt. So it ripped the bolts on the upper arm on the knuckle.
Yeah.
Ripped them out, sheared the both pins. And then the lower arm, it bent it completely over. So we had to get a heat gun, attach it to the winch on the Jeep, bulldozer, forklift.
Wow.
Just holding it's a 1-inch thick, so it's real thick.
Yeah.
So we pulled it with everything.
And you have leading arms on that buggy to turn.
Leading arms. So it whenever it did that, it pulled the limit strap tabs off and ripped them off. And then that caused the sway bar links up front to just completely rip off. So
wow.
We got it all fixed though, and we're ready.
Yeah. And your leading arms are good, right?
Everything's good, and that was just the only problems.
Okay. So got everything put back together?
Yeah, we're all good now.
Okay. So what's our game plan for tomorrow? Because you rolled here last time we were here at that big little ladder bar at the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that a little bit smarter up there.
Yeah.
Try to find my line perfectly, because I flipped 2 times in a row up there.
2 times in a row in your big bouncer?
So each time we climbed it, I've been here 2 times in the bouncer.
Yep.
So each time I flipped them at the same spot.
Man. So maybe watch Timmy, see what kind of line he takes. He usually has a pretty smoking time there.
Timmy takes a sketchy line up there. That's what I tried that one time, just didn't take it hard enough.
Yeah. It's always interesting to see, you know, sometimes on that, where that concrete bar, because it's sitting like at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's so weird. You have to go up and like almost turn into
it. You can almost go around it, or you just hit it wide open from the bottom right there in the grass.
And I think that's your two options.
It looks easy from right here.
Yeah, you gotta go way high above it almost and like drop back down.
Somewhat.
Or kind of come down low or to the left side a little bit and just pin it to win it. You know?
Cash, do you have any words of advice for Matt for tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, I suck.
Don't do what Cash does.
Yeah.
So
if I
do good, just watch me. Yeah.
So Cash LaCroix, that #1 spot right now.
Am I?
You were blazing. You were running on the ragged edge.
I almost died up there. Did y'all see that?
We did.
My shield wouldn't come up. I couldn't get it up from the mud over there, so I was driving blind everywhere.
You launched, and I was like, man, he's airing that thing out pretty good. He's floating along.
Yeah, it kind of hurt.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt.
I never got to see that part very well.
Oh, you launched in the air. It was.
Didn't you pre-run?
Yeah, but I broke. Remember up top.
That's right. There was.
No, I didn't see that.
I broke up there. The drop shaft.
I think every single person who pre-ran today broke something.
Yeah, it probably.
Wade broke something.
But if I wouldn't have done that, I would have broke in the race. So.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you break stuff, do you have like your pit crew at the races or at home
up there
scrambles and puts everything back together for you?
My dad, Beck, and Trip were up there. Trip don't do much with the tools and stuff. He don't even know what a nut and a bolt is, but he's good. He's a good supervisor.
He is.
Yeah.
What about like at home? Like you did a number on the bouncer last weekend. So how does that work? Give us a day in the life of
my grandpa's been helping too. My mom's dad. He came down and help us put a motor in the Razor. We got a motor in the Razor yesterday.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
So do you like do school? Are you still homeschooled?
I'm homeschooling.
Yeah, so you do school and then you go out and work in the shop?
I hate school, period. It sucks.
Well,
but it's kind of important.
You got
I learn more in the shop.
Yeah.
So that's what you do? You do school and then you go out in the shop?
Pretty much.
It's good times.
Right. Yep.
And Beck does pretty good. He kind of helps out.
Yeah, Beck's missed the past 3 races.
Really?
Yeah, he's been working. So we've been having to do it without Beck.
How dare he?
Beck's back.
That's good.
Well, we're glad you got everything back together, Cash. I know you've had a rough couple of weekends, so let's just keep it together for the rest of today and tomorrow. And it looks like we got Adam off the course.
Tyler Bradley.
And Tyler.
Coming up next.
Ready to roll.
All right, I'm about to go watch.
All right. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, watch that first step. It's a doozy. I think the Browders, I seen a Dowler tune in. Speaking of Browders, were up there. I think they were in their motorhome up there hanging out. Come watch the races.
Oh, yeah, Dex is racing tomorrow.
Dex's mom and dad they show up to like almost all of the races, whether Dex is racing or not. They're like, hey, we're fans. We're off-road fans.
They're just true fans.
First and foremost, regardless of who's racing, we're here to watch. He said we've come to races where Dex never even showed up. We just hang out, have a good time, you know. They gave me a ride back to the course so I could drop off the other guy's battery and put mine back in.
Tyler!
Come on, lay it back. Oh, stink. Dang it.
Oh.
Dang it. Man.
Oh.
Jeez, that stinks. See if they can't get a flip back over. Taylor says, I didn't even have time to put his nameplate up yet. Well, that was Tyler Bradley. So
well, that's a
came out, got
disappointment for him.
A little bit of a bad bounce there. I can come off there a little slower, but I also run a 43-inch tall tire, so a little easier.
Well, the good news is it looks like Tyler's good, and they are just assessing damage to the Widowmaker.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what he broke there. Oh, that's not good. A ball joint sticking through the rim. That's rough. That sounds expensive. Yeah. I don't think a ball joint through the rim will buff out. I've had some similar experiences. It doesn't usually buff out. What's up, Chris Hickman tuning in? He's probably in the house somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Ashley
sure he's going to be
Calhoun.
standing right over there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while they get Tyler figured out right now, let's talk about our 2 events that we have still on the calendar for this year. We've got finals in just 2 weeks, which is really weird to think about already that we're almost done.
It is crazy.
For the whole season. So we will be at Mid-America October 14th through 16th, and it's going to be twice as much racing as a normal weekend. It will be 4 hills per class, not just the usual 2, so there's a lot of points on the line and a lot of chances for things to get shaken up leading into that final podium that we do at the awards banquet. So we always do a banquet following all the racing on Saturday evening and hand out a lot of trophies for the season and for the weekend, and have a nice dinner. And just a chance for all the drivers and their families and volunteers to just all hang out together and kind of just chill after 2 intense days of racing and for a lot of people, some long traveling to get out to Mid-America, too, is, of course, NJ, Oklahoma. So definitely looking forward to that. We will, of course, be live for all of it. It's you guys might get tired of hearing our voices because it's going to be 2 full days of racing Friday and Saturday.
All kinds of activities.
We're going to be glad to be bringing it to you for everybody that can't be out there in person. So make sure that you are watching for that in 2 weeks. And then after that, let's see, how many weeks would that be? Well, November 6th, just a few weeks after finals, we will be at Hot Springs, Arkansas, at the old Superlift Park. That's what it was last time I was there. It's been years since I've been there, but we are going to be there for an event called Fun Run, and that is to benefit the Camp Sunshine
great name
charity organization. And there will be a UTV bounty race on Showtime Hill, and we will be live for that. So that is November 6th. We'll be live for the race, but there's also a lot of other things going on. You can see it on the screen right there. There will be riding and trail rides and on your own kind of rides. There's a raffle for the razor that you see right there.
Which would be awesome.
$25 a ticket, and you might get a chance to win that. And I believe they'll even deliver it to you.
Wow, that's awesome.
So you don't have to be present to win. So go to fun-run.org if you want to get in on that raffle. And hey, even if you don't win the razor, you're still know that your money is going to benefit a great cause. So again, that's November 6th, and it's in Hot Springs, Arkansas. If you are nearby and want to come hang out, you want to watch some racing. I'm not sure if there are spots still to get in on the race.
I'm sure you probably could.
I don't know how that's working.
It's about a month away, so I'm assuming you could still work your way in.
Clyde question, but yeah, if you want to be at the event for whatever, bring your family, hang out. It's a cool area. Hot Springs itself is in a cool park, and it's all for a great cause. So again, that's called Fun Run, fun-run.org. You can find all the details on there. And those are the 2 events that we have left on the calendar for the year.
Which will both be awesome events. Like I said, one is going to be our finals where there's, several days of racing. And lots of other activities I'm sure will be going on. And the nice part of the finals is, I think I love so much, is after the banquet, it's like you finally get like 90 days to just breathe before you have to worry about getting right back into race season. So you got I got 3 months. I can save my pennies and a lot of guys will tear their chassis down and make suspension changes, maybe beef up their motor. I know we have a lot of guys currently that have already started tearing down rigs for next year. Timmy's got a new chassis in the works, obviously. The Bacon family's doing some different stuff. I know there's a couple guys that built new chassis for this year, so we'll see some more of those roll out, I think, as time goes on. So I'm excited to see what next year brings, but it's so nice at finals. It's you can just relax and be like, for a minute.
Once we make it to Saturday night.
Yes, yes.
All right, so we did just get an update on Tyler Heinzel. He had a real hard endo earlier, if you missed it. he said it's okay if we share that he's okay, but they're cutting him out of the buggy. I guess they're being as careful as possible of any back or neck injury, and that they are asking for prayer.
Yep. Again, anytime you take a hard hit like that, I at Rush Springs last year went over and came down, and I landed the buggy smack down, and I'm telling you what, my back, man, I felt like somebody hit me in the back with a baseball bat. It was brutal.
It's as somebody who has back problems now. I have a herniated disc and a bulging disc, so I think about that a whole lot more now.
Yep.
Okay. We're listening to some updates. So they're being extra careful, like I said, because it is a back issue, a spine issue. So they're going to get him airlifted out of here. It's the easiest way to get in and out and do it quickly.
And again, that's going to be mainly just a precaution to make sure there is no injury, make sure it's good to go, make sure he's fine. Again, not the first time we've had somebody airlifted out here. Daniel Heckley took what we all called a bonus line this morning at the driver's meeting. The Daniel Heckley bonus line of the immediate right turn,
not the good kind of bonus,
all the way down the course. So
yeah, he had quite the tumble down the hill.
And was back racing like 3-4 weeks later, something like that.
This is an extreme sport. Stuff happens. I mean, we all know that you could have an accident walking your dog.
Yes.
I mean, stuff happens. That's why we were
jogging down the side of the road.
5-point harness. Matt has had that happen.
Yes.
5-point harnesses, Hans devices, fire suits, fire suppression, full face helmets.
Yeah.
We've got EMTs. We have fire extinguishers on the course and within all the recovery and all the buggies and all the recovery people on the hill. So we obviously take it seriously. You have to.
Yes.
In this, when you're going to come out here and do something like this. But stuff still happens. So y'all definitely be thinking about Tyler and be lifting him up in prayer as he is going to get his back checked out and make sure, that everything is okay there.
We saw John Campbell at Mid-America this year. Had a hard landing and went ahead and got his back checked out.
Clint Garrison coming in hot.
Again, Clint Garrison's racing that 429. Travis Skelton buggy.
427.
427. And again, we have seen that thing go through all kinds of abuse, especially the downhill section.
Yeah, Travis was watching earlier.
That thing is
you still on here?
just a straight pinball.
All right, I believe Clint is our last driver for Hill 1 for the Unlimited class.
Woo!
And again, we always want to give a shout out and say thanks to our drone pilot for this weekend is Brian from Sky City Media and Design. He's been with us for several events now. I think this is maybe like number 4 or something. And he does an excellent job piloting the drones out here and bringing this super cool footage out for everybody. Without the drone footage, you guys would not be able to see this whole end of the course that Clint is going through right now, because this is a pretty long course here at Bikini Bottoms, and the bulk of it on the hillside behind us is all easily within view, but there is that section over there that kind of winds through the kudzu. So we love having the drones out here and adding that into the live feed. Oh, Clint, no! You're so close!
Zach said,
Woo!
There we go. 100.580. I believe that was our last run of the Unlimited Cup Series.
Taylor, can you ask if we are staying live or if we're going right into Hill 2? I mean, you know what I meant. Okay. All right, guys. I believe that's our last driver. We're going to get confirmation on that. Clyde's like, if they're not here by now, too bad. All right, guys, we are going to take... Oh, hang on just a second. We've got Adam Coots come up to the trailer.
All right, so you just handed me, is this a fuel filter?
Yes.
Is that glass?
Yes.
A glass fuel filter broke. That has to be crazy.
Fuel was spraying everywhere.
Really?
I saw you get out and you looking over at the side, but we
saw you
couldn't
looking
see
around.
from
Well, I
there.
could smell gas right away, so I was like,
Yeah,
all I could think
might
of.
as well shut it down. Yeah, might as well shut it down. That's
Yeah.
kind of a crazy thing to have happen. Your fuel filter break.
I've done 15 hills here so far, and I've only finished one.
We were joking. I said, well, they said this morning he's like 1 in 14 on this course. So I said, well,
With the buggy and the razor.
I can't count you. Again, for those who don't know, Adam races side by side and big rock bouncers. Sometimes side by side in several different classes too.
Mhm.
So,
15 hills, only finished one.
and it wouldn't be frustrating if you didn't have such an awesome buggy, you know. So.
Yeah, just little stuff like that.
It's kind of, and I was talking about Dan Carter. You know, he finished first place a few races ago, and I was so happy because sometimes he has such weird freak things happen, like you would never figure the glass breaking on your fuel filter.
And there's nothing around it where we
yeah.
I mean, it's the first thing we thought it bounced.
Yeah,
There's nothing
knocked
around
into
it to
something.
even.
And it's not like a pre-race check would even.
Is that something like a rock?
Well, it wouldn't have
flip-up?
started, so it had a It had a break, I guess, when I jumped that jump.
Wow.
So, and that's the only
so
thing, like
weird.
you said, I think a rock's the only thing that could have.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing around it. So.
Did you do any pre-running today?
No.
Okay. So we had 3 or 4 guys that broke during pre-running. We had 3 or 4 guys that broke during pre-running today. So we were kind of talking about some of the weird things happening.
Well, everybody pre-runs broke, so. Was broke.
Your pre-runner was broke.
Yeah, all the pre-runners were broke before the race.
Okay.
Every one of them was working on their stuff.
Which, I mean, they're kind of laughing, saying, well, I hate breaking during pre-running, but if we're going to have a break, we'd rather have it during a pre-running than during a course. But
You got the big bouncer here, though? Yeah.
I'm going to do the bounty tomorrow.
So there's still tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got 2 more chances tomorrow.
I said you could probably run in town and get some type of fuel filter.
I just took it out.
Okay.
I got one in the tank, so I just put a piece of pipe in there.
Okay.
So I'm going to still do the second hill for some.
Okay.
Some.
Yep. I said we could do some. Like I said, if not, I know they have a auto parts place like an O'Reilly or something here in town.
Yeah, I'm going to do hill 2, get some seat time, and then do the bounty tomorrow.
And it's such a long course, you get plenty of seat time even on one course. So
especially if you're go wrong ways and stuff like.
Yeah. So, but I mean, and again, like I said, like you said, getting seat time for tomorrow is probably one of the most important. You're getting a good feel of the course. Obviously, if rain comes in, it could change a little bit, but knowing just where to go, what to do, and how hard you can push the buggy makes a big difference.
Yeah. More seat time's the best.
Oh yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yep.
Again, everybody, that's Adam Kuntz. Say hidden
All right.
hippie.
Better luck next time.
He races the shake and bake side by side as well as the big bouncer. So we'll be seeing some more of him later on today and tomorrow.
All right. We'll be right back with the results from Hill 1.
No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Affordable EFI is in sight now with Sniper EFI from Holley. Easy to install, self-tunes, and replaces most 4-barrel carbs. Forget cold start issues, hesitations, vapor lock, and flooding. Get big performance starting at just $999.95. Sniper EFI.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bouncer. Grab yourself some new merch today.
And we're back. All right, we're going to run through our Cup Series, Southern Rock Racing Series, Race 3. And this is the last and final race of the normal regular season before we go to finals. Coming in first place,
I
Cash
know what
LaCroix.
he was talking about, and you still lost me on all that.
Coming in first place, Cash LaCroix. Second place, DC Thompson. Third place, Tim Cameron. Right behind him, fourth place, Wade Good, Brandon Davis, Clint Garrison, Aaron, or Cooper Bentley, one of the two. Christy Hutchins. Who was racing for Christy again?
Justin Hoback.
Justin Hoback, okay. One of the Hoback brothers. Jake Christensen Jr., Brady McReith, Paul Wolf at a 172. Again, he had some steering issues, got hung up there. And then we had a couple DNFs, Clay Thompson, Tyler Hazel, Adam Kuntz, and Tyler Bradley. Some of those guys will be coming back later to get their buggy fixed. Like I said, we just heard from Adam Kuntz. He'll be coming back here shortly. And we'll be coming back here with the second half of the day here shortly with you guys.
All right, and Austin asking about tomorrow. We start our races in the morning, so we'll be back tomorrow morning. We are on Central Time. It should be between somewhere around 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Ish, starting for the races.
Usually driver meetings at 9, bouncers start at 10-ish.
But that's for tomorrow, so we'll be back in about 20 minutes with Hill 2.
Woo!
Yes.
Beautiful man.
For some reason, they were looking at
I love that you thought about that. You're like, oh, okay. No way.